Hi everyone, welcome to Lola's Frugal Life. This is episode number 95, and this is going to be our weekly zone cleaning episode. So please stick around for a few quick words from our sponsor, and we'll get right into the show.
The friendship is sharing deal.
Because I want one of your McNuggets.
And I need some of your Quarter Pounder.
There's a deal for everyone at McDonald's. Get one favorite like 10-piece chicken McNuggets, a Quarter Pounder, or a Big Mac and get another for just $1. Price and participation may vary. Valid for item of equal or lesser value.
Hi everyone, it's time for our weekly zone cleaning episode again already. It seems like these go so quickly, and every time we do another zone, I always think that I'm making a mistake and that we just did this one because the weeks just keep flying by. So this week we're already back to zone 2, which is the kitchen. So if you're not familiar with zone cleaning, just real quick, it's part of the Fly Lady cleaning system. There's a lot of different parts to this system where you do certain things each day to just kind of maintain your home without going crazy and having just like a nice organized plan to keep things under control. So the zone cleaning part of her like cleaning plan, I guess you would call it, is that, or her cleaning method, is that you basically assign your home into 5 different zones. And each week you're working in a different zone. And this isn't like your regular cleaning. It's not like only once a month you're cleaning your bathroom. Those are things you would do on a daily or weekly basis, depending on the task. These are like those other things, like your deep cleaning tasks that you don't do daily or weekly, but you do need to get them done periodically throughout the month or over the course of the year. So to keep track, I use the Fly Lady app. It was free. It has each zone, and then within the zone you have like your list of things that you're going to work on. It comes preloaded, but then you can edit and add and delete so that you can customize it to what you like. You can also just listen to the show if you want. That's actually why I did it, in case anyone didn't want to have to keep track, but you just want to maybe listen and hear some things that are mentioned in the weekly episode and then maybe focus on those things. Or if you don't like to use an app and you prefer paper and you do want to make your own list, you can also download, like many people have like cute little printable list, for zone cleaning. Or you could just use regular pen and paper, however you want to keep track. It's just more about the idea of not having to stress over what needs to be done. Some people are really good at that, and they could just look around their house and be like, okay, I got to do this first, then I got to do that, and they could see like all the areas that haven't been done in a while. I kind of get an overwhelmed feeling when I think about that because I think there's so many different things to be done and I don't know where to start. So the reason I really love the zone cleaning is that you're just focused in one area and you just look to see what needs to be done and you just work through your list. And like I've said before, I don't ever really get my whole list done each week, but I just work my way through it. So I keep track. I check off what I've completed, and then whatever's not checked off yet, I leave it unchecked until the next time that zone comes around, and then I do as many more things as I can, and then I check those off, and then I just keep doing it that way each week until everything's checked off. And then I'll reset the list and start over again from scratch. Sometimes it takes me longer than others. It just depends on how busy the weeks are. I try not to get super stressed over getting this stuff done. The point of it is that you are getting stuff done and you're moving along. Each time you do your zone cleaning, you're getting something done. So you need to acknowledge that you're getting these things done and you don't have to stress over the fact that you still have more things on your list. You get done what you can get done. And that's making progress. So that's what I really like about this system, is that it's, that you're going to get to it because you have it on your list, and if you don't get to it this week, you're going to get to it next week. Another thing just to mention, the Fly Lady method recommends that you do the zone cleaning 15 minutes a day. You just pick something from the list and work on it for 15 minutes a day, which I really do love that idea. I just am not doing it right now because it just doesn't work with my current schedule. So I do it on the weekend for a half hour. That's why I do this episode, because it's basically sharing with you the things I'm going to be working on this weekend. So if I have more time, I'll do more. If I don't have, I'll try and at least get in a half hour. So like I said, this week we are in zone 2, which is the kitchen. So what I have on my list, and these are not in any specific order, but I just share with you what I have on my list for the kitchen. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. One other thing I would like to mention is I think it's important too, before you start your zone cleaning, if you do have kind of like a large list in that area, sometimes it's good to just pick out in order the things you're going to work on that day before you get started, because it just saves you a little bit of time in completing something and then going back to look at the list and then saying, okay, let's look at the list. What should I do next? Just kind of pick the things you want to work on, and just so that you know, okay, first I'm going to sweep the floor, then I'm going to mop the floor, then I'm going to scrub the stove top. So you could just kind of move from one thing to the next. Okay, so on my list, I have clean out freezer. So this is the, we have like a fridge that has a freezer on the bottom and the drawer, like that basket, we have like one of those big basket things that you like pull out. And sometimes things fall behind it, and I don't know, somehow crumbs manage to get in the bottom of the freezer. I guess people are going in and grabbing things out of maybe boxes or bags instead of taking them out. And it just gets kind of yucky in there. Things must spill, whatever. So occasionally I pull it out, wipe it all out, and then I'll also go through everything, all of the food that's in the freezer. Because, sometimes you'll wind up with like 2 boxes of the same thing open. I'll try and consolidate those. Or I've found, of course, an empty box with nothing in it. A bag with maybe like one little thing left in it that needs to be used up. Just, going through and just kind of reorganizing it at the same time. So I'll pull it all out, wipe it out, and then organize whatever food we have in there. The next thing I have is to straighten the drawers in the kitchen, just to kind of make sure that nothing is accumulating. Maybe if you have like a junk drawer or something, and over time things start to pile up in there, and then it gets harder to kind of not use, but you know what I mean? Like it gets kind of like harder to put things back neatly because there's just too much stuff in there. So just kind of go through. Also, if you have like, where your utensils are, sometimes it needs to be wiped out. So just, straightening the drawers and kind of wiping them down and making sure they're clean. Wipe down the walls. Just sometimes I'll actually just go from top to bottom and just wipe everything down. And then sometimes I'll just kind of look around and see if there's any spots that need to be done. It depends on how motivated I am that day. So that's that one. Clean under the sink. So that's just pulling everything out that's under the sink. I think probably a lot of people store, at least I know we do, I think a lot of people do, store like a lot of your cleaning products, maybe dishwasher detergent, dish soap, things like that under the sink. And just kind of pulling them out, wiping it out real good, seeing if you have any products that are empty. Or again, sometimes you do wind up with 2 bottles of a cleaning product that can be consolidated. So just, getting the sink wiped out and reorganized underneath there. Not the sink, under the sink. Let's see. Oh, the drawer under the stove. Mine is just a drawer. It's like a storage drawer. I know sometimes people have it. It's like a warmer. Sometimes it's like a broiler, but whatever, it does need to be cleaned periodically. And I don't know, it's something that I just don't always think of. So it's on my list to make sure that I pull it out and just kind of clean it out. And I actually don't even keep anything in there, because I found when I have kept things in there, now I probably wouldn't forget, I guess, because I do the zone cleaning, but in the past when I wasn't doing zone cleaning, they would sit in there and then they would just get like really dusty and gross, so I don't store anything even in that drawer, but it still does need to be opened up and cleaned occasionally. Okay, dust paper towel holder. So this is kind of random, but I noticed the other day, we have like this paper towel holder. It's kind of like, I think it was handmade. I'm not really sure. We picked it up at one point years ago, either at like a flea market or a yard sale or something like that. And it's just like this wooden paper towel holder. It's one of like the horizontal ones like that goes on the wall. And I was cleaning dishes the other day and I looked at it and I noticed this like film of dust over the top of the paper towel holder, like the top like ridge of it or whatever. And I'm like, okay, I guess I need to add that to my zone cleaning list, because I'm obviously never touching that thing except to grab a paper towel, which of course doesn't get the dust off the top part of it. So I added that to my zone cleaning list to make sure that I dust that occasionally. Okay, I also added scrub the stove top. So of course, like when we're doing like regular kitchen cleanup, on a daily basis. I always wipe down the stovetop, but for some reason my stovetop just is really, really bad where, I don't know, I just feel like I have a really hard time getting like stains and like things that have like cooked or burned onto it like while you're cooking off of the stovetop. So I don't spend a whole lot of time scrubbing on a daily basis when I'm trying to just do a normal cleanup, because the stuff just does not come off with a normal scrubbing, and I just can't take all that time to just sit there trying to get things off that usually don't wind up coming off anyway. But I did just actually buy a new heavy duty scrub brush that's supposed to be not a scrub brush, like a scouring pad, like a heavy duty one. And then I bought some Comet, and I was just gonna kind of try that, just like let it soak and then scrub it that way. So I thought that that's something that I could do like as my part of my zone cleaning when I'm in the kitchen, and just kind of put a little more effort into trying to see if I can get some of that stuff off. Then we also have clean the floor vent, because we have a vent for like our heating and cooling system. Like it's kind of in an awkward spot, but it's like right in the middle of the walkway when you walk from our kitchen into our family room. And so like sometimes like crumbs will spill in there or whatever stuff, you know, dirt, things just kind of wind up getting in it. So I just have to like pick it up out of the floor, and then I just kind of clean it out. Just kind of wipe it down, make sure there's no dirt in it, dump it out, whatever, and then put it back. So that's that. I have wash oven mitts. So whenever I get to that one, I usually just take whatever oven mitts I've currently been using, toss them in the washing machine, grab a new set, and put them out. Clean the water cooler drip tray. We have a water cooler in our kitchen, like the kind that you put like the big 5-gallon jug or whatever on top of. And then it has like a drip, like, you know, like the bottom thing under where you get the water, and the water like drips in there. And if you let it sit, it'll get like gross, like slimy and stuff. So that just needs to be dumped out if there's any water in it, and just kind of wiped down and cleaned. I also have wipe down appliances and ice maker, just to kind of wipe down, like we keep the air fryer on our counter. We have a toaster, a coffee maker, and then we also have an ice maker, which is in our kitchen. It's not on the counter, but it's kind of like over in a corner. So those all have to be wiped down. And then the ice maker, I actually occasionally have to like clean out the whole inside and stuff too. I have wash inside windows, you know, cleaning the glass, and then just cleaning like inside like the windowsill real good. Clean the fan, just like dusting the fan and spraying it down, like the ceiling fan. We have a ceiling fan in our kitchen. Wipe down the cabinets. So for that, I'll usually just get on a stool, and I'll just kind of start at the top and work my way down, and I just go around the whole kitchen and just wipe all the cabinets down really good. Now, that's something else just to mention. Just because something's on your zone cleaning list doesn't mean you have to work through it every time you complete the list. Like there's certain things on here, like wiping down the cabinets. If I did get my whole zone cleaning list done every month, I still wouldn't like necessarily wipe down the cabinets every month. Maybe some people would. It just kind of depends on how, you know, what your cleaning standards are. To me, it's not super important to wipe down the cabinets every month, but I know it does need to be done periodically. So the point is just use your judgment. If something doesn't need to be done, you don't have to take your time to do it just because it's on the list. Just pick something else. There's usually always something else you can do, of course. So, all right, let's see what else we have here. Oh, clean the our light in the kitchen. This is clean light diffusing bowls. Like the light in the kitchen is kind of like a half a globe, like with the bulbs are kind of like in it, and then it kind of faces up. So just sometimes it gets dusty or whatever. So just kind of wiping that out and cleaning it. Clean the pet dishes. Our dog dishes are on the floor in the kitchen, and occasionally I'll just kind of, when I do my zone cleaning, I'll just stick them in the sink to soak them and just clean them up real good. Clean the stove top. I already had that. That's so funny. I had that on there twice. I'm going to remove that one. Okay. Clean the oven. That I usually only do in winter because it makes the house really hot, and plus it smells, so you always want to make sure you do it on a day that you don't have anyone coming over, because you get like that weird smell from turning the oven on and when it like burns out whatever's in there. But I do like to do that one because that's something that's so easy to do, and you can kind of just let it do its thing while you're working on other stuff, and then once it cools down, you just come back and wipe it out, and it's like done. So, another tip with that too, when you're doing the oven, I had seen a while back, and I've done it a few times, to clean the oven racks while your oven's cleaning. You take bath towels and you lay them in the bottom of your tub, if you have a tub, and then you put the oven racks in there, and then you put some dish soap, and you get the water as hot as you can, and you fill it up with hot water, like just enough to cover them so that they're kind of soaking in this really hot soapy water, and you let that soak while your oven's cleaning, and then you come back and clean them off. And it worked really well for me. They came out really clean. I mean, they weren't like perfect, but it worked really well, and it eliminated a lot of that like scrubbing to try and get them really clean. So that's just a little cleaning tip. Let's see. Okay, clean the top of the fridge. So we don't really store too much. Well, I can't say we don't store too much on our fridge. We don't store like random things on the top of the fridge, but we have like this little rack where I store some pots and pans because we don't have like that much storage. We have kind of like a smaller kitchen. So I have like this little like stainless steel rack, and I store some pots and pans up there. So occasionally I'll have to take that down, and I just wipe that rack down and then clean off the top of the fridge real good. Wipe down the oven door, just like the outside of it, just spray it down and clean it. Wipe down the front of the dishwasher. Let's see. Wipe down the garbage can. You know, sometimes the garbage can gets, if you have like, we have like a, not one of the ones that goes underneath the counters, but like a regular garbage can like in our kitchen. So just kind of, sometimes it gets a little yucky, so just kind of spray it down real good, let it sit so the cleaner can kind of kill all the germs, and then just wipe that down really quick. I have on here wipe down wine glasses because we have this little thing where it stores some wine glasses like under the counter, like kind of like how they would hang like at a bar or whatever. It's like that, and so it's just like six glasses go in this little thing. But sometimes if the ones in the back don't get used as often as maybe the ones in the front, they could wind up accumulating like a little dust layer on them. So I just need to make sure that I wipe those down so that they don't get dusty. And then clean inside the dishwasher. So last time I did this, I think it was, I just looked it up online, like how to clean the inside of the dishwasher. And I believe what I did was I sprinkled baking soda in the bottom of the dishwasher, and then I put a cup of vinegar in like the top rack, and then just ran it on like the sanitize cycle. And it seemed to work out good. So that's everything I have on my Zone 2 kitchen cleaning list. So like I usually always do, I check the Fly Lady list and just see if she has anything else that I didn't have. So the only things that she had on her list that I didn't have was to empty the refrigerator and clean it thoroughly. And the reason I don't have that on my list is because that's something that I actually do every week on Wednesday as part of my daily cleaning like routines that I do. Wednesday mornings I do the fridge every week. And I just, it's actually really easy because I do it every week. I just remove the stuff from the top shelf, wipe down real quick, put it back, remove the stuff from the next shelf, wipe it down real quick, put it back. And I just kind of do that. It takes me like a half hour to do the fridge, and I clean out the microwave at the same time. Because that's another thing that she has on here, to wipe out the microwave, clean the microwave inside and out. So I don't have that on my Zone cleaning list because I do that on a weekly basis on Wednesday mornings when I do the fridge and the microwave together. And then let's see, the only other thing, if you have like a vent hood, I don't have one of those over my stove, but if you do, that's another thing, you could wipe that down. And then, when she has cleaning under the sink, she also says throw away old rags. I just think that would be part of the cleaning, so I don't have that specifically as a separate item on my list. So that's it. Pretty big list. The kitchen, unless you have a lot of time, I'm thinking you probably might not get that all done in 1 week. It definitely always takes me a while to get through all the kitchen items. But anyway, so that's it for this week. If you have any episode suggestions or comments or feedback. I'd love to hear from you. You could message me through Facebook Messenger. My Facebook page is facebook.com/LolasFrugalLife. We also have a private listener group you can join, which is facebook.com/groups/LolasFrugalLife. It's a small group, but it's starting to grow, and we talk about topics on there related to the show, cooking, cleaning, productivity, budgeting. It's going to be everything like that. So I'd love to have you join. You can just go submit a request to join, and then as soon as I see it, which I usually check every day, I'll approve the request, and then you'll be in our group. Also, don't forget to subscribe, and if you like the show, I'd really appreciate if you could leave a positive rating, a good rating, because it's supposed to really help out the show. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you get a lot done, and I hope you have a really awesome day.